Why, it's awesome!
Hi, I'm Erin.
And we're about to get started. We just picked up these lovely pumpkins from the farmer's market here in Abingdon. And
This is not a pumpkin.
that's not, but we're gonna not do pumpkin stuff with that. And we're about to get going. Okay.
You need a cutting board and a really big knife. And you're going to cut your pumpkin in half, long way.
Okay, so we're sort of prying it.
As you can see, cutting
Hard.
a pumpkin is not an easy thing to do, so you want to cut away from yourself.
Okay. I see what you did there. You're just going around in a circle.
Once you get about that far, you can break it if you need to.
Okay, excellent. Perfect. And now we're going to scoop out all those seeds inside, right?
And save them for later.
Alright, excellent.
So I'm just getting all the sort of like fibrous parts in here and all the seeds that are attached and then cleaning it out real good. Okay, so you're tempted to go wash these, but you don't want to. You just want to pick off the super mushy bits and leave them slimy,
Okay.
like so.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to toss them with some olive oil, about 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and some salt. And we're going to put them in this baking dish here and pop them in the oven. 225 for about 20 minutes and roast them up, kind of like sunflower seeds.
Okay, these are very clean pumpkins. These are nothing left in either one of them. So that's about where you want it, huh? Totally
Yes.
scraped clean?
And we're going to cut this off so it doesn't, catch fire in the
Right.
oven.
Okay, good. So, alright.
I want to cut a hole in the hole there, so.
Break that off like so. Alright, perfect. Great. Okay, now we have greased a cookie sheet with some olive oil, and we are putting the pumpkins now open side down on the cookie sheet, which we are going to put into our oven, which we have preset at 375 degrees. So, in go the pumpkins. And they're going to roast in there for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, so we've just taken the pumpkins out of the oven, and they are super hot, so we've put them on this rack to cool, and flip them over. And they're really, these are, you can see they're very flexible now. And so it looks like, kind of like a baked potato or baked sweet potato inside there. That's what we're looking for. So these are ready to go. We're going to let them cool off until they're cool enough to handle. So next you need a food processor or a really high-powered blender. And we're going to put the pumpkin in the food processor. So you should be able, at this point, to just easily scoop it away from the skin. Oh, look at that.
You can even, look at that, peel it off if it's done enough.
In the absence of a blender or a food processor, I've also read that you can use a potato masher if you mash them up real good, but this is definitely going to be an easier way and yield a much smoother puree than doing it by hand.
This was the bigger pumpkin, so it's not quite as done as the other one.
Okay, now I've got the food processor full of pumpkin and nothing else. And we're going to blend it for how long?
Until it's pureed.
Until it's pureed. So here we have the pureed pumpkin. It's like the consistency of baby food. And this is almost one full sort of regular sized pie pumpkin that we have here. That regular sized pumpkin made about 2 cups, which is 16 ounces. Almost every recipe for pumpkin flavored stuff calls for 15 ounces of canned pumpkin filling. So we're gonna say if you need 15 ounces of canned pumpkin for a recipe, you want about a pumpkin, about a regular size small pie pumpkin. About the size of your hand, and then you'll have enough
with a little bit left over once you've pureed it.
If you're going to use this right away, or within the next week or two, it's totally fine. Just put it in a Tupperware container and keep it in your fridge. And if you're going to maybe save it for later on in the winter, it's really great to just like measure it out by the half cup, dump it in half cup plops on a cookie sheet and freeze it until it gets hard. And then you can take those plops off of the cookie sheet, throw them in a bag, and you just have pre-measured half cups of pumpkin to thaw and throw into a recipe.
Excellent.
It's a lot lighter colored than your super dense canned pumpkin. I think it's because it's fresh and it's awesome. But there's also more moisture in it, and I have found that fresh pumpkin just tastes better in recipes.
So now we have pumpkin puree to use for all of our pumpkin recipes this winter and fall. And that was awesome.
Hooray, puree!
Yay! Hooray, puree!